Hello everyone. Today we have Mr. Sunil D'Souza from Redington Gulf, the IT General Manager. And we have Mr. Gibi Abraham from Alpharetta, the Pre-Sales Manager. Mr. Gibi, let me start with telling me what is the latest innovation for mobility technology?
Today's world, the mobile workforce demand for anytime, anywhere access to information and application. So IT really struggles to securely and easily deliver performance-driven remote desktops. Hosted desktop infrastructure or HDI is a solution to address this concern.
We heard about VDI. So what is the difference between HDI and VDI?
In a hosted desktop infrastructure, the desktop images are hosted on a purpose-built, dedicated hardware in a data center. So that means there is no virtualization used. It uses the resources from the hardware underneath, whereas in virtual desktop infrastructure, the desktop images are hosted on a virtual machine running on a virtualization platform. So they use the resources of the shared hardware underneath.
So Gibi, when you look at the hosted desktop infrastructure, what is the advantage an HDI have over a VDI technology?
In an HDI infrastructure, every desktop user gets their own dedicated compute and GPU power. So that means HDI delivers real-time application performance and also high quality of service, irrespective of what workloads are running.
Look from an HDI perspective, what will be the use case and the target audience who will prefer to go for an HDI technology?
HDI mainly targets at a large enterprise who are having users demand for workstation class performance on applications such as CAD, CAM, manufacturing, oil and gas, high graphic applications like multimedia. Users who are having power users who demand for simultaneous applications which require high CPU and graphic performance. These are our target audience.
So what will be a typical benefit to an end customer who opts for an HDI technology?
One of the key differentiator, or I would say benefit, is application performance optimization. And an HDI gives a better management and security for the desktop, an effective way of utilizing the data center space and energy, working closely with reducing the complexity of the data center. And another advantage is accelerate the business initiative by quickly responding to the business needs.
More if Redington likes to go for or looks at an HDI as a possible technology in their infrastructure. So what is your advice to Redington?
You can be an early adopter for the latest innovative technology. The other one is you can save considerable cost in terms of space, power, cooling, management, security, maintenance, and also you can reduce the time to go to market.
So do you feel that HDI is going to drive BYOD a lot in enterprises?
In enterprises for sure, because as I mentioned, you don't use virtualization underneath, you get dedicated performance. It is not actually meant for basic task user or knowledge worker. It is meant for high performance users. So definitely that is a demand. That's why I said in mobility, people are actually looking at performance driven remote desktops.
So Mr. Sunil, if you will go for this solution, so why you choose Alpharetta?
See, Redington's relationship with Alpharetta is there for the last 15 years. We have been working with Alpharetta for the last 15 years. It has been a good journey for us. Whenever we had a tech refresh or any technology initiative, Alpharetta was the preferred partner for us in order to do the evaluation or in order to implement any of such tech refreshes. And we have been successful doing it for the last 15 years. So if we look for an HDI as a technology, we would like to initiated through Alpharetta just because of a previous experience, as well as we would like to see a use case in our environment, how that is going to be beneficial for us before we start looking at how we want to adopt this internally. But definitely from a Redington perspective, we are looking at consolidating infrastructure. So we have already done that from a data center perspective. Now from a hosted desktop infrastructure, we are looking at what can be the internal use cases in order to justify the cost, as well as how we can centralize everything centrally and manage it effectively. Also, we are also looking at how to mobile enable workforce within the organization. One of the initiatives we are looking at is BYOD. So a hosted desktop infrastructure can be a way in which we can adopt BYOD effectively within the organization and also deploy it quickly within the organization.
Thank you, Mr. Sunil, for having you here. Thank you, Mr. Gibi, for the information you gave us, and thank you, everyone.